What's up, traders? Going 3 for 3 today. Let's get to it. All right, traders, going to jump right into this. Here's our BTBT trade. This was our first trade of the day. You can see it popping up here through that previous resistance. You saw I had 100 shares in there. I cut it in half because we were right at that $0.50. Didn't want to miss the trade, but also if it does go through the $0.50, which is what we were looking for to begin with, that 570 area, we will be able to get back up to our normal starter size. But as you can see in this case, it does really struggle to even get through that $0.50, never actually ends up going through. So this is a way to get into a trade without missing it completely, because it didn't give you that pop that you usually are waiting for, and take a little bit home. So it's about half of a win here, as you'll see as it comes down here. We end up leaving our order here. There's a little bit of a wall in the mid 30s, but finally we get through it and we come down and we finally end up getting our fill here as it breaks 530. So nice little trade to start here on BTBT, and I ended up I was happy with that just to get our feet wet. So next trade was SGRP. Let's go back. You can kind of see it start to make the move, drawing the previous resistance there around 210, and again looking for that 250 area, but this time it decides to go right through. It does start to struggle there, but it wasn't done, and little did I know we were right at the halt price. I was kind of kicking myself after we got in, if you go back and watch the live stream, but not that big of a deal. It was only 7 cents, but we would have got 263 instead of 256 there. But in the end, it does add up. So a little bit of a mistake on our end, not getting the better fill there, realizing that we were that close to the halt. So fast forwarding here to get to the halt resume. So 39.50, one more. There we go. So you're going to see it resume. Had an order out there just in case it wanted to dump out of the resume. It does not. It decides to try to go a little bit higher, and then ultimately ends up going much higher. You can see us put our order back up a little bit. You can see VWAP starting to come up. So now we're looking for an add coming up to that whole dollar area, goes through. We hit the ask, get filled there, 303. Decides to shoot right back down. And this is where things get interesting. And I'm going to show you what happens here. So we get our first fill there, and there's a little bit more to that than you think. I'm actually going to slow this down to half speed. Actually, I'll do the slowest that we can do. And let me go back here right when we get filled. So it actually just happened there. You can see it actually went from 200 to 100. So I need to go back one more click here. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to kind of slow-mo through this. Oh, I guess that was a little too slow. So you can see I changed it to 50 shares because I have a share for 100, or an order out for 100 shares at 272, and I have 200 shares. So it leaves me with 100. I was going to split those into two. I was going to front run 250 for 50, and then I was going to look for the other 50 under here. So here, watch what happens. As we come down, I'm about to hit the buy button to put 50 shares out at 256, right? Just in case it wants to dump down there, give us another fill. We'd be down to 50 shares, which I would have been looking to get further down here in like the 230s. However, as I hit the buy button, right before I hit the buy button, you're going to see my shares disappear right there. So you can see realized, and then the arrow comes in right after. We're down to 100 shares, and you can see I have the buy button clicked. But what's different? It says 100 shares in the montage instead of 50. So when this got filled, it actually went to our current position size. And at the exact same time, I hit buy thinking that this is 50 shares at 256. So it puts the order out there, but it's actually for 100 shares. And then you'll see me change and go even lower, looking to put the other 50 out, which I make the mistake of putting that out for 100 as well, because I thought this still said 50. And I just didn't pay attention because I was kind of watching the price action, seeing what it wanted to do, just in case I wanted to take some more off, if it decided to go higher. So that was interesting. And you'll see as we keep this rolling, it does try to go a little bit higher, but then fails, ultimately comes back down, and we end up taking what we think is 50 shares off at 271. But it ends up being our full position. So you can see it going up higher. I'm actually looking for this to pop even higher. We were going to look to add our shares back, but unfortunately it shot right back down through, and you will see what happens here. So, okay, so here it's coming down. I have an order at 272. I think I drag it down to 268, just looking for it to kind of squeeze down a little bit, because that was where it went to last time. was trying, it actually tried to go a little bit higher. Okay, so as you can see, we'll go back and watch that. So it tries to go higher once again, finally starts to come back down. We drag it down to 268, not getting it, drag it back up, get filled at 271. And right here, you can see I put my finger on the order, because if you go look at my face in the live stream, I'm very curious to why I have no shares left. And I can see that there's none in the montage. I look down at my closed positions and there's no shares there. So I immediately take this order and I drag it down. And I'm like, whoa. And so I'm looking, and then as you can see, I cancel it. And I'm like, interesting. It ended up being awesome because it ends up going up higher from here, much higher. So we ended up making a little bit more money than we would have stopped out 50 shares right at high of day. But nonetheless, it was just interesting. So yeah, that happened. So then we waited a good, 9:47 all the way to 11. So almost 2 hours we waited, and we ended up finding a trade here on PBTS. Was not really impressed with it. High from Friday, 142. Previous resistance still under 150. Was really looking for this to go through 160. It's also an SSR. And you'll see it does, and then it actually does get a little bit of a pop here. So we do end up trying to get in short, and we had a line there off of, it was either the hourly or the daily. You can see we didn't get our fill right away. Ultimately, we do get filled on the jiggle, and this ends up coming down and filling us. I think we actually go up to 157 on this one, because I don't think we've made the full, yeah. So we come up, and we end up getting filled here. I was ready to take it off just in case, but as you can see, we were on the bid, and then it did give us our fill. So nice little trade there on PBTS, and that was it. Really nothing to it. Just kind of another slow day. We just scaled up, so we're looking for 50 a day. We got to 3150. It's about 60, I think it was 63 or 67%. I don't remember the math that it came out to, but not too bad for the first Monday coming. Usually when you scale up, you have to start dealing with the emotions and whatnot. But since we're doing it the way that we are, I feel like that didn't play a role in any of my trades today. And that's a good thing. So if you want to watch any of these live in real time, feel free. That'll be on my channel. I already have the trades already linked. You can see them down in the timelines, BTBT, there's no trades, and then SGRP, and then back over here we got PBTS. So feel free to do that. If you don't, I will see you tomorrow morning. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I always appreciate that support. If you do have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And don't forget, we're doing the 3K sub giveaway. So if you haven't entered for that yet, go to the page. It's right up top in one of the affiliated videos, and we will be doing that giveaway this Friday night on the live stream. So make sure you get your entry in, and make sure you're there Friday night to collect if you are there. You have to be. That's my other requirement is, I don't know, I won't say you have to be there because I'm going to be picking out who wins these based. It's not going to be random. Going off of the comments, I want to really try to help out the people that I think need this the most, and that's all I got. So don't forget to do that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.